Alice in Wonderland. We did chapter 1. Now we're going to do chapter 2, A Long Tale. No one else knew what a caucus race was, so the dodo offered to show them. First, it marked out the racecourse in a wobbly sort of circle. Then the whole party of preachers were placed along the course, here and there, in no particular order. Alice waited for someone to say go, but nobody did, so they all began running when they felt like it. Nobody said stop either, so they gradually finished running when they wanted. But after about half an hour, they were all quite dry, and the dodo announced that the race was over. But who has won? They panted. The dodo took a time to think about this. Eventually, he announced, Everybody has won, and we must all receive a prize. And he nominated Alice to find prizes for everyone. Panicked, Alice felt in her pocket and pulled out a box of raisins. Luckily, there were just enough to go around. The animals insisted that Alice also had a prize and seized the empty box as a trophy. We beg your acceptance of this precious prize, said the dodo. And Alice did her best not to laugh as all the other animals cheered. Now, said Alice to the mouse, tell me your tale as you promised while we swam. Ah, said the mouse, it is a long and sad tale. It is a long tale, certainly, she thought, but she wasn't sure why it was sad. She puzzled about it so much that the mouse stopped talking and glared at her. You aren't concentrating, he scolded, and got up and stomped away. The other animals gradually wandered off as well, and soon Alice was left by herself. She felt very lonely and out of sorts, and she began to wonder if she should have followed the rabbit after all. As she was thinking about the white rabbit, he reappeared in front of her. Oh, my dear paws, oh, my fur and whiskers, he muttered. Where can I have dropped them? He was searching for his gloves and his fan, so Alice scrambled to her feet and began to help. It was most peculiar. They were nowhere to be seen, nor were the glass table, or the great hall, or the little door. Everything had vanished. Very soon, Rabbit noticed Alice. Marianne, what are you doing here? Fetch me my gloves and fan. Quick! Quick now! Why, he mistook me for his housemaid, thought Alice, but she ran to fetch them. Rabbit had a neat little house with W. Rabbit engraved on a brass plate by the front door. Inside, Alice found the item she needed, but a little bottle caught her eye. This one did not have a label saying "Drink me," but Alice put it to her lips anyway and took a sip. She hoped it would make her grow large again, for she had had enough of being so very small. Sure enough, before she had drunk half the bottle, her head was pressing against the ceiling, and she had to stoop to stop her neck from breaking. She put down the bottle and looked at the little doorway out of the house. She was stuck. I wish I hadn't drunk so much, she exclaimed, but it was too late for that. She kept on growing until she filled the whole room and had to poke one foot up the chimney and stick an arm out of a window. It was much pleasanter at home, thought poor Alice, when one wasn't always growing larger and smaller. As Alice lay squeezed against the door, she heard the White Rabbit come huffing and puffing up the front path. "Bill, Bill," he called as he caught sight of the giant hand poking out of the window. "You must remove that at once." "You shall do no such thing," shouted Alice, who didn't know who Bill was but didn't want him coming just the same. The White Rabbit called out again, and a lizard came running up. Together they set a ladder against the roof, and Alice heard scrambling up and then scrambling back down again. "This time inside the chimney, you won't get in that way," said Alice, and gave as big a kick as she could, considering the great size of her foot and the narrow width of the chimney. Poor Bill halted high in the air, and all Alice then heard was, "Quick, catch him by the hedge." Alice gave a start as a shower of pebbles flew in at the window. Even more surprising, they turned into little cakes before her very eyes. "Here we go again," she thought. "I may as well take a bite to try to change my side. It cannot possibly make me larger, so I suppose it make me smaller." Sure enough, Alice began to shrink once more. As soon as she was small enough, she ran out of the door and away from the house as fast as she could. She stopped running only when she heard a bark and nearly crashed into an enormous puppy with large, round eyes. "Of course, I'm still small," she thought, as she threw a stick for the puppy to play with. "How must I get big, and will I ever make it to that lovely garden? I suppose I must eat or drink something again, but what should it be this time?" There was nothing but flowers and grass all around her. There was certainly no food or drink. Then Alice caught sight of a giant mushroom. She walked all around it. Hopefully, she decided to take a look on the very top and pulled herself up on a tiptoe. Imagine her surprise when she was suddenly faced with a large caterpillar. Its eyes were closed and it appeared to be meditating. It was not even aware that Alice was there. So I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be recording the third chapter, Advice from a Caterpillar. So till then, I'll see you soon. Bye.